Hello and welcome to the Palmore Institute's video lesson series. My name is Lowell, and in this video lesson we will be looking at the Writing Essential course. So let's begin. In this video lesson we will be looking at part 2 of chapter 2, Writing About Your Family, in Ready to Write 1, 4th edition. So, as for our learning goal for this lesson is to review subject and object pronouns to help prepare you for writing about your family. So let's take a look at subject pronouns. Subject pronouns such as we, she, they can be the subject of a sentence. You can use a subject pronoun when the noun it is replacing has already been mentioned or stated. Do not repeat the noun when you use a pronoun in a sentence. Let's look at some examples of correct and incorrect uses. We've got the sentence, Kim, Jay, and Grant are English teachers. They work at a vocational English school, so they refers to Kim, Jay, and Grant. However, if we reverse the order, they are English teachers. Kim and Jay and Grant work at a vocational English school. It's not clear who they refers to. So if you switch the order of the sentences, Kim, Jay, and Grant work at a vocational English school. They are English teachers. That would be fine. But if you use the pronoun first, it's a little bit confusing for the reader to know what they refers to. Another good example would be Jay is an English teacher. He works at a vocational English school. However, if you were to say Sarah is an English teacher, Sarah, she works at a small private school. In the second sentence, you have to choose one or the other, Sarah or she. You can't have both of them. In this case, she would be better up. Just make sure you capitalize the S in she. More on subject pronouns. Let's study the chart and notice that pronouns can be singular or plural. For example, I speak English and Spanish. You are a good student. He, she, or it. Ray is my son. He is 8 years old, so he refers to Ray. Okay. Rob is my brother. He works at a hotel. In this case, he refers to Rob. Or the movie was good. It was very interesting. It refers to the movie. As for plural subject pronouns, we have we, you, they. For example, we have a lesson today. Are you the plural form or collective form? You are my best friends. So you meaning, in this case, more than one, because friends is plural. Okay, they have lots of friends. All right, so let's take a look at some practice with subject pronouns. For the instructions, let's copy the sentences and underline the subject in the first sentence, then complete the second sentence with the correct subject pronoun. Let's look at our sentences. Okay, you can pause the video, write those down, and add in the correct subject pronoun for the second sentence of each one. All right, let's take a look at the answers. For number 1, we have Mr. Jin is a teacher. He teaches English. He refers to Mr. Jin. Number 2, my mother's house is brown. It is a little old. It refers to my mother's house. Number 3, Robert and I are brothers. We are both students. We refers to Robert and I. Number 4, Dave and Rick are cousins. They live in Texas. They refers to Dave and Rick. My sister Veronica loves sports. She plays volleyball, tennis, and basketball. She refers to my sister Veronica. For number 6, we have Noah and Veronica are siblings. They share an apartment. They refers to Noah and Veronica. Number 7, my grandfather's house is very big. It also has a horse stable. It refers to my grandfather's house. Number 8, my brother and I wear the same shoes. We often borrow each other's boots. We refers to my brother and I. All right, so let's do some more practice with subject pronouns. For our instructions, let's read and copy the pairs of sentences, then find the mistakes, make corrections, and replace the nouns with pronouns where appropriate. Okay, you can pause the video, write those down, correct the mistakes, and replace the nouns with the pronouns. All right, let's review your answers. Sarah and Dave just got engaged. They are already planning their wedding. They refers to Sarah and Dave. Number 2, Bob is my stepbrother. He just passed his driving test. He refers to Bob. Number 3, Maiko likes to ride her bike to work. She thinks it's good exercise. She refers to Maiko. Number 4, Noah is my very tall brother. He plays basketball. He refers to Noah. Number 5, my neighbor is Yukiko. She loves playing the drums. She refers to my neighbor, or also Yukiko in this case. Number 6, my friend works at a restaurant. He doesn't like his job. He refers to my friend. And number 7, my grandfather and grandmother want to travel. They're planning a trip to Japan. They refers to my grandfather and grandmother. So let's move on to object pronouns. Object pronouns such as me, him, them replace nouns that are the object of a verb. Object pronouns usually come after the verb in a sentence. They replace nouns that have already been mentioned. Do not repeat the noun. So let's take a look at subject pronouns and object pronouns. If we want to change a subject pronoun to an object pronoun, I changes to me. You is the same. It's just you as an object pronoun. He becomes him. She becomes her. It stays the same with it. We becomes us. You continues with the same form, you. And they becomes them. All right, more about object pronouns. For singular object pronouns, we have me, you, him, her, it. For example, Sarah loves me. You, Jay helped you. Him, her, it. Jay called Grant. Jay called him many times. Him in this case refers to Grant. Or for plural object pronouns, we have us, you, and them. For example, Dave drove us to Kyoto, or he sent you all a package. In this case, with the plural form, he sent a package to each person, so more than one person. Them, Grant emailed Kim and Jay. Grant emailed them about the class, so them means or refers to Kim and Jay. Next, about object pronouns. Don't forget that object pronouns can also come after prepositions such as with, at, on, in, for, to, and from. For example, Grant sang with me. I smiled at him. She worked on it. His soup was ready with a spoon in it. The present was for her. He mailed a package to her. The gift was from him. All right, let's do some practice with object pronouns. For the instructions, read the pairs of sentences, write them down, and complete the second sentence in each pair with the correct object pronoun. And you can pause the video. Okay, let's review your answers for that task. I emailed Grant. I invited him to dinner. My wife always walks my son to school. Later, she picks him up after school. Number 3, Jay thinks about his parents all the time. He misses them very much. Number 4, I bought some new speakers. I used them today. Number 5, I hope to make plans with Jay, so I called him last night. Number 6, my mother usually sends me a birthday card. This year she emailed me instead. Number 7, I'd like to go to the beach tomorrow. Can you go with me? Okay. For our next task, we have subject and object pronouns practice. For instructions, choose the correct subject or object pronoun and write out the paragraph. So you can pause the video, read the paragraph, and circle, or in this case, write out the whole paragraph with the correct subject pronouns or object pronouns. Let me pause the video. All right, let's take a look at your answers. My favorite photo album. I love to look at my father's photograph album. It is my favorite thing in the house. I really like the pictures of my father when he was a young man. He looked so cool with his mustache and long beard. I also like looking at all of the different houses my father lived in over the years. He loved them and he took very good care of each one. My favorite pictures are the ones of my parents' wedding. They are black and white photos. My mother and father looked very happy, but I'm sure they were very nervous. The last part of the photo album is filled with pictures of me and our pet dog. I think I look like my father when he was my age. I'm so happy that my father made this album. Okay, I think that's about it for today in this lesson. For the homework, please write 5 to 7 entries in your journal. And you can write about any topic that you like, what you did over the week, each day, what your plans are. And also don't forget that each entry should be about a paragraph long or between 5 to 12 sentences in length. Well, thank you for watching, and please write any comments or questions you have down below.